Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. The FC26 news is popping, and I can't believe this new Henry celebration that EA just dropped. Not only that, but we have the beginnings of FC26 rating leaks with plenty more to come. We're going to discuss that today. A lot of FC26 news, but still in this game of FC25, we have a big leak as well. A 99 rated icon that we haven't seen yet. A new 99 rated card is coming as an SBC, but it's not making people very happy because he just had an SBC. Let's get into things, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Now, first, we're going to go over the FC25 content from yesterday on Tuesday. If you want to skip right to the FC26 stuff, go ahead and do that in the timestamps. But let's go to yesterday's content where EA released a glitched Rush mode, which they had to take down. There's actually no way to play Rush right now in this game. There's no Rush modes available because the new one that they dropped, which was called the Preseason Progress Rush event, was actually glitched. It wouldn't let you play it, which is a little annoying if you're trying to get some objectives done right now, like namely the play games objective for the weekly play. Like I'm even trying to get done. I got to play 2 more games of Rush to get this done in the most efficient way possible to get my SP and to get that weekly play completionist step 1 done. Of course, some of you guys maybe were just trying to go after the weekly objective, which they also took away, like the Rush points weekly objective. It's a small thing, but it was a noticeable thing yesterday as Rush was not working, and as of right now is still not working. Now we go to Evos, where we had a new free evolution yesterday called Shadow Plus, and this is actually a pretty good evolution for chains. Maybe don't look at the 96 rated cards that go into this, and look lower down the list if you have some cards that are 92, 93, 94 overall that you could get only a +2 on and some decent stat boost. That is the good thing about this Evo, is that it only gives a +2 and it gives some good stats otherwise. Like this Weston McKennie for me, he needs another playstyle plus. This gives him the intercept plus on top of the anticipate, jockey, and quick step that he already has. Some decent stat boost, and he's only a 96 rated, which means he could be upgraded again. Actually, I'm going to put this card in this evolution right now. That's probably the best part about this free Evo from yesterday. It's only a max 96, but it only gives a +2 overall, so it is great for chains. You got a lot of cards here in Footbin that people are, of course, creating. And then, of course, it's only taking you 4 playstyle pluses. You could add a 5th somewhere else through a season Evo or through another chain after that. That's why I think it's better to look at the lower rated cards for that free Evo from yesterday. Now, let's keep it going and go straight into the SBCs, where we had the good SBC we were expecting, the 97 plus Footies player pick. They increased it to a 1 of 5 instead of a 1 of 4 as hoped. It's still the same requirements. It's 9 89s and then an 88 rated squad with a team of the week or a team of the season. I had no luck from these yesterday. Actually, I maybe had one decent pull, like a 98 Trinity Rodman from one of these picks. I don't think going from 1 of 4 to 1 of 5 actually changed too much, but of course this is going to be your best odds on chance of getting a 99 rated Footies from just a singular player pick, so it is of course worth doing each and every 3 days that it refreshes 2 times per day. Now the player SBCs yesterday are really what we're kind of scratching our heads and asking why. EA dropped the Lillian Thuram Footies yesterday as an SBC only for 6 days, which is odd that he's out for that short of amount of time. But this card as an SBC is, I mean, only 4 squads. Granted, it's free, right? Bronze, silver, 82 and 88 rated squads, but he's 18K, 17K on the market, and I think all of us can say we've probably packed this Lillian Thuram card just from doing 85 times 10s, upgrades, and all the other player picks because he's pretty common to pack. So that SBC really doesn't make a whole lot of sense because most of us probably already have him. If you don't, just go open a few more packs and you'll probably get him. The other SBC was a re-release. I was expecting a re-release SBC. We got one, maybe not the one that most of us would have won unless you're a Women's Arsenal supporter. You got yourself here the 97 Road to the Final Blackstenius SBC that is 317,000 coins actually to complete. It is a whopping 6 squads, including a 94 rated squad. So mostly, not impressed with that SBC there personally, but that's just because I'm not a fan of that player as much as I would be a Hyunmin Son, right? Speaking of Hyunmin Son, of course, we finally got him yesterday. If you were in the stream or you saw on Twitter, we packed the 98 Sonala card. My goodness, are his finesse shots absolutely insane. I don't even know if I'm going to finish Weekend League at the moment. This is the current squad for you guys keeping track. I do have 11 99s now. We're going to have 12 with the Ericsson 99 that we do have right there. We're currently 7 and something in Weekend League, and it ends in just a couple of hours as I'm recording this. So maybe I'll try to get one more win there and just end and gift the rest of the wins and end right there. That's kind of fine with me, to be honest. Because Weekend League in basically September, not that big of a deal. Really quickly, before we talk about FC26 stuff, just to mention the Team of the Weeks, right? Our favorite investment from the past couple of weeks should be dropping today because that Team of the Week pack, as of course it is a Wednesday, is going to refresh tradable. And that means that players on this part of the market will be dropping. Take a look at this 85 rated Abdullah, who was on my transfer list. I bought him last week for 15K right here. Sorry, not last week, 2 weeks ago for 15K right here. Didn't sell him because they went to 30K. Of course, they're back up at about 24 to 25. They just didn't go as high as they did last week. This week they only went to about 25 26K this week, where they went to 30 last week. So watch them rising into content drop today and then dropping pretty heavy after that. It'll be a great time to invest in these if you care so much to do so later tonight on Wednesday and tomorrow early on Thursday. Now let's get into the good stuff. FC26 news. We've been talking about ratings, and we've got some ratings, but we have to talk about those because they're not super official yet, but it's the first leaks that we have, and we're all just wanting some FC26 news, and we're wanting to get into that stuff because that's where the most excitement is right now in this game. Now, something that we have to talk about before that is guaranteed official because it's straight from EA is a new celebration. And first of all, this video, I have to say, it is a hilarious video. GG's to EA for putting together a W piece of content. Angry Ginge being a part of this, pretty funny. And also EA kind of going behind the scenes here and showing a statistic of the number of goals a certain player scored in FC25. Thierry Henry, they're saying, scored over 250 million goals. I'm guessing with all of his cards combined in FC25, and that number is definitely super high, of course, because that SBC for him was dropped, and of course the 99 Evo, or the 99 dribbling on that card, the Evo glitch with that was definitely a part of this, 100%. That's why this number has got to be so high over the last couple of months when so many people, that glitched Henry Evo was probably one of the most popular cards of this entire year because of that Evo glitch and the SBC and all the other Evos of that card could be created within. But this video here is just hilarious. For Ginge in it, some of the, they mention cutbacks in here. They mention, or like Angry Ginge, I mean, he was a great performer in this video. It was just hilarious. It was just a funny video, the whole plot and everything. But the whole point of this is, as EA said here, with Thierry Henry, one of the icons in the pre-order offer, he's got a new celebration. That is the big ticket part of this little fun video here from EA. You see 250 million goals right there. The sirens are going off, it's going crazy. This is the celebration. It's the Thierry Henry meme. That's the celebration that he's gonna have inside of FC26, and that's the funniest part there on that little comment from Ginge. But this, man, when I was seeing this yesterday live on stream for the first time, I was just shocked because I'm like, no way EA added that in. That is number one, hilarious. And number two, I think that might become more annoying than the gritty. Can you imagine somebody scoring with you on Henry, looking straight into the camera and doing the Henry meme? I don't even know what you call that. That, oh my gosh, man. That is going to create a lot of broken controllers and a lot of frustration in FC26. Now, I have questions because with these celebrations that are specific to players, is this going to mean only Thierry Henry can do this celebration? Because if it is true that only he can do it, I honestly think that it's going to make Thierry Henry's cards more valuable on the market, especially right away. Obviously, his base icon card is going to be tough to acquire in the very early stages of the game. But if you get the pre-order Henry, if you pack the 86 rated version or the 85, whatever that base debut pre-order icon card is, you're going to be able to do that celebration, and a lot of people are going to be very jealous of you if you have that card for that, and because it's Thierry Henry, he's going to be a beast in game anyways. But I just really want to know, is it going to be one of those celebrations that is specific to a player only, or is it going to be a celebration that has like a control that anybody else can do? But honestly, can you imagine any other person, any other footballer making this sort of motion with their face. Like, imagine Lionel Messi trying to do that. There could be some hilarious memes created this year in FC26 with celebrations if that is the case. So that's one of my biggest questions right now. But that was a hilarious piece of surprising news yesterday from EA. Now, let's get to the ratings. And as we talk about the ratings, guys, we have to say and have this reminder that we got to take these with a pinch of salt, because the guys that are leaking these are not our normal big name leakers that we've known and come to trust over the years, over the last couple of months, even in FC25. But this is our first rating news of FC26, and these do look like they could be accurate. So we're taking them with a pinch of salt, and we have a little bit more conversation about that later. But it's also just exciting to have some news about ratings. And if these guys weren't confident about them and they were tweeting more predictions instead of leaks, I don't think they would be posting this much about them. I do believe these are accurate, but time will just have to tell. And we don't have that many players leaked. We just have like 5 or 6. First, we do have Cole Palmer. He's getting a +2 overall from FC25, where he got a huge boost. Remember, he went from a silver to an 85 rated last year, but they only gave him +1 pace after giving him +19 overall. I'll never forget that upgrade. I'm really curious to know what his in-game stats are. For all these cards that are leaked, we do not have the official stats, just the overall rating. 87 for Cole Palmer. Maybe it's because he's a EA ambassador. He was in some of the EA videos. Obviously, he was injured a lot last year. Some people may say deserves, some people may say it's too much, especially with some of the other ratings that we think we're going to see for players like a Lamine Yamal or players like a Bukayo Saka or a Salah potentially getting an upgrade to a 90 rated. We'll have to see. But that's the first rating leak we have there. Somebody who's going down in rating, though, is Jack Grealish. And of course, we got to think about it in a positive way. Jack Grealish going from an 84 to an 81, you could argue that it's deserved. You could say that it is. He's just going to be evolvable straight off the bat in FC26, because most of the Evos, if I remember right, last year in 25 started off right around that 80 to 81 rated margin before we were evolving players. So that could be a good card for an evolution. You never know. More City players here, which is really random how these cards are being leaked. It seems like they're all over the place in terms of the players. But Ederson's getting a downgrade, going from an 88 to an 86. Still should be a decent keeper for the early to middle of the year when we're still using gold cards as keepers in this game. He has high reactions as well. He had long ball plus, of course, in FC25 as his playstyle plus. I wouldn't care if that was gone in FC26. Hopefully it'd be a little bit different. But Ederson's getting a downgrade, as is Gundogan. He's going from an 87 to an 84, so he's just becoming 84 rated fodder. But this 84 rated card actually looks good to me. Guys, I think Marmoush is going to become one of the, not cheap beasts, but I think he's going to be kind of expensive, maybe like 40, 50,000 coins on the market, because that is a Prem left wing / striker card that with a +5 overall deserved to upgrade, in my opinion, by the way. Not for necessarily how he played with Man City, but especially how he started the year last year with Frankfurt. This guy was absolutely cooking. 2 player of the months, multiple informs. Insane, right? And, you know, he's had some moments for City, but hasn't really had the success with City that he had with Frankfurt just yet. Not that that would be super possible with everybody else that's in that team, of course, but I still think this is a deserved upgrade. But add +5 to every stat on this card and probably give him a bit more of a passing boost than just 5. I mean, probably not pace, right? I'm guessing that Marmoush is going to have 90 pace, but he's probably going to have 87 or 88 dribbling, 82 to 83 shooting, mid-70s passing. If they give him a 4-star weak foot, this could end up being a really good 20, 30, 40, probably not 20K, right? Probably 40 to 50,000 coin striker or left wing in the early stage of the game. I think that card could be very good. We have a couple more leaks here. We've got Cucurella as an 84. It's all going to come down to pace for him. And we have Joao Felix as an 80 rated card as well. Now, as we talk about some of the other leaked tweets, this guy Foot Latest has been posting a lot as well. He said that KDB's son, Modric, Messi, and Ronaldo have all got downgrades. Who's surprised? Not really anybody. Based on those players, they're getting older. They transferred out of maybe their big clubs per se, like Hyunmin Son. That's just how these ratings work. Even if these guys aren't maybe getting worse and they had a decent year, sometimes they just transfer to a lower level league. And to EA, that means a lower level rating. Now, some leaks here about these ratings have been hinted at, but they haven't actually shown the official ratings. Like Foot Latest here is saying that Ousmane Dembele has entered the top 10 of ratings for FC26. Now, has not posted his rating yet, but if he's going to be in the top 10, that means he's either an 89 or a 90, because usually that's where the top 10 line falls with these gold cards at the start of the year. So I'm going to guess an 89 for Ousmane Dembele. Now, a lot of question is coming into, are these leaks accurate or are they not? One of the leakers, Foot Police, who we look at his leaks often, was saying yesterday that these ratings are not finished. You can chill. It's kind of saying that these ratings that these guys are posting are false and they're not accurate. Well, one thing we can do to kind of check these ratings is look back to SoFIFA. This website has all the up-to-date rankings from career mode in FC25. You can see up here at the top, FC25, July 17th was the last update for those ratings. And I think, honestly, looking at this website and then looking at the leaks, I think this example of Ousmane Dembele would mean that these leaks could be accurate, because Ousmane Dembele right now on head-to-head inside of FC25 is an 87 rated card. He's not going to be top 10 in FC26 if he's going to be an 87 rated card. He's going to be an 89 overall. Now, a lot of people are saying that a lot of the other leaks, like we look at Marmoush, we look at Gundogan, you look at Cucurella. If you look at the SoFIFA site, those ratings match up on here, right? This website, once again, as I mentioned before, is just a representation of the actual ratings. Like you see, Omar's Marmoush is 84 rated. These are the same ratings that these cards have in the career mode, in head-to-head, the live updating ratings inside of FC. That's the correlation here with these cards. So a lot of people are saying, oh, Marmoush is an 84 rated on SoFIFA. He's an 84 rated here. Are these guys just copy and pasting the ratings from FC25 kickoff? And I think with this Ousmane Dembele showing 87 on SoFIFA, but then an 89 in terms of, or 90 in terms of this leak right here, I don't know if that's the case. I think these leaks could be accurate. So that's just the 2 cents I wanted to put in there. But of course, we take these with a pinch of salt, as I mentioned, because it's not the same guys that are normally leaking these ratings. Like last year, it was Foot Scoreboard, it was Foot Sheriff, it was ASY Foot Trader, it was FIFA Trading Romania. So until we get some more news from those guys, I think we need to take this with a pinch of salt. But nonetheless, it is nice to finally see some ratings leaks. Now, I want to put this one out there as well. There's a lot of tweets going around and a lot of screenshots of ratings that are not actual. They are predictions. I have no problem with guys trying to get their interactions and get their clicks, but you can tell that's what they're going for with some of these posts. Like Reinders is not confirmed to be an 85 rated card yet. He could actually end up being 85 rated. Let's just check on SoFIFA right now. What is his rating? Tijani Reinders is an 84 on SoFIFA. So he could be an 85, he could be an 84, but these are predicted ratings. If you see a lot of these in these screenshots here, just again, it's going to be a lot of bait and a lot of people trying to post ratings to get a lot of hype and clicks and stuff like that. So until we get the big leakers tweeting out the real leaks, as we assume, we just have to be careful with what we are believing. And a lot of people are saying it's way too early for leaks. Last year, this is when we had full teams leaked, and that is very early. So we're just taking this with a pinch of salt once again, but it's nice to get a little bit excited about these leaks and these ratings. And Foot Latest, who's been, again, leaking a lot of these, is saying right here, 30K followers when I wake up and I'll drop 10 players. So he's trying to definitely get the clicks in there. He's not quite the 30K yet. So we'll see what happens in terms of that. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot more leaks today. So watch out for those. One thing I will say about FC26 as well is the pre-order can be downloaded on Xbox, pre-downloaded. For those of you who play on the Xbox console, that is there. FIFA Trading Romania tweeted that one out yesterday, but beware of the baiters like we mentioned there with some of those tweets, and watch out for more leaks today. Now back to FC25 leaks. We just had an SBC for one of the most popular icons in the game that a lot of people were disappointed in the fact that he didn't get a 99 rated card. Ronaldinho. He's getting a 99 rated card. This is the 99 rated Dino, who's leaked to be coming as an SBC/objective. And this card expires in 20 days, so that means this card will just be another Ronaldinho icon SBC that's out at the exact same time, I guess. Interesting here that EA has not released a Footies icon Ronaldinho. This is a brand new card. We haven't had any brand new cards added since Footies Team 5, right? They've just been re-releasing other cards, putting them back into packs as Footies. That's the preseason promo. This card is a new one, which is very interesting. A lot of people have also evolved versions of Ronaldinho. I think this is making people somewhat unhappy because of all the work they've put in for Dino Evos, or maybe even this Dino SBC. But then once again, fodder is free. So I get it. You're frustrated if you did 30 squads for the shapeshifter Dino as a striker, and then you got this Dino coming out. But it's the end game. If you already did the 97 Dino, or you already have a cracked Evo, just don't do this card. Like, it's fine. Use the one that you got. I'm not going to use the 99 KDB at level 40. I'm going to use the Evo version of KDB that I've created because I enjoy that card and it has more nostalgia for me, at least in the game. So that's a Ronaldinho SBC. We'll be looking more for that probably on Friday. Don't think that will be anytime super duper soon, but just watch out for that one there. And the last thing to mention as we head towards preseason week 3 this Friday is this Friday, we're going to have another 97 rated 5 Playstyle Plus evolution from Foot Police Leaks. He was kind of mentioning this in his tweets yesterday as well. So we do have a big Evo coming on Friday, and there should be a decent amount of content hopefully then too, with all the Footies cards and packs, and I guess a 99 Dino SBC as well. Watch out for more leaks on some pre-released or re-released cards for preseason Team 3 this Friday. But that's the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it, comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in a stream today where we still chase more high-rated cards, more 99s. We'll see if we get one right here. We got to open at least one pack during these videos, right? No 99s from me yesterday after we had 2 on Monday, but we did have the 98 Sun. That feels like a 99 to me. This is Hincapi, and then a hero behind, or no, just Upamecano. So no dice for me there, but we'll be ripping some more packs, and again, it'll be the FC26 waiting room. Another day of that today on the stream and on the YouTube. I appreciate you guys watching the channel at this stage of the year, and I will see you guys in a video tomorrow. It's TheFutAccountant. Catch you guys later. Peace out.